Damn it all! Now look what you've done. It'll take me ages to round him up again. State your purpose, or get out of my face, domicile intruder. Missing? Nope. Nope. Mine are all found and accounted for, thank you kindly. Now if that'll be all, I've got an animal rescue service to oversee, and it ain't easy. Lots to do. Got a multitude of sprats to spay and feed. Day in, day out, they ran their little route, getting picked off along the way. What was I to do, turn a blind eye? Malin's an animal lover. She won't hold my actions against me. Look, I don't care if Nilsson sent you or not. You won't be hurting a hair on any of these sprats' heads. I've killed vicious beasts for them. I ain't afraid to take on a human. Back out of this domicile, hands up, or become sprat food, intruder.
Won't hurt your sprat. The drugs have probably passed through their digestive tracts already. No need for...
You want to dig through sprat droppings? Be my guest. Get your drugs, then get lost.
Sound like a good poop quest. Get what? Why am I? Get out of my way, you sprat. Wait, you're a large sprat.
On my way.
Get. Why am I stuck? Oh. There we go. You're a big one.
Got the goods? Because I know you wouldn't be wasting my time otherwise. Wink.
Punch me in the eye.
Ow! What was that for?
Look at me one more time, I dare you.
No, I wouldn't dream of it, really. Wink. Ow! Oh, for the love of... I thought we were joking! If this swells shut, I swear I'll... Nothing. I am not gonna do nothing. Don't punch me again. Please and thank you. Though, you put that mean right hook to good use getting my drugs, and I'll be more than happy. You do? I mean, you do! Of course you do! What did I tell you? Sure-fire delivery system. Works almost every time.
Until someone comes along and rescues them from their pathetic lives.
Right. In my excitement, I very nearly forgot. Ha ha. As promised, you're cut.
You're gonna
Plus a
think,
little
haha.
extra to show my gratitude. Now, if there's nothing else you need from me, I must go inventory my goods. Hit me. I won't even hit back. Wow. You're either an extremely important person or slated for a slow and torturous death. I do hope it's the former. Either way, you'll find Miss Catherine Malin straight back in Malin's House of Hospitality. Officially, I keep the books for Miss Malin, provide loans to the Byzantium Goldbloods for gaming, and oversee our drug-running operations. Speaking of, might I interest you in a purchase?
No.
I'll give you a first-time discount. That's 5% off and a free drink at the ante up. You're welcome. A shrewd decision. Here's your starter pack and your drink voucher. Sure it is. Wink.
Can't punch him for that. One, let me punch him. Alright. Please, okay. Oh, it's over there. Okay. Victim had a betting. This is what I want. Oh, they're all the way back in Fallbrook? Okay, what's this one? Oh, okay. Well, we gotta go back to Stellar Bay anyway. Alright, I'm in Fallbrook. Defeat our foes.
I don't know what it is, but my gun's been acting funny. Used to be, I had to correct for a bit of leftward drag. Got used to standing just so, and after a while, it put a thorn in my side, something awful. Lately, though, it ain't pulling. I find my stance much improved.
Oh, that's real good to hear. It took me a while to, never mind.
What? Girl, have you been touching my stuff?
I'm sorry, I should have asked. I just got real bored, and I seen you leaning, and the gun was sitting right there.
You know, the last time I caught someone messing with my equipment, I threw him in a sulfur pool. But I appreciate the help. You want to make modifications, just come ask me, all right? I ain't gonna bite.
You sure?
Oh, Captain, you did it! My little boy is back, safe and sound.
I didn't realize how old
Tell
she
the
was.
Captain, how grateful we are, Tuck Tuck.
Mama, I told you that I'm not staying. I just came back to talk to you about why I left. Then I'm going back to Amber Heights.
Oh, we'll get that silliness sorted out. You're safe here with me, and that's how it's going to stay. Isn't that right?
Son's a grown man, it's time you started treating him like one.
What a sour thing to say. My little boy will always need me. I'm his mama, you know.
Mama, what I need is for you to listen to what I want for once. But that's between us. Now you promised the captain a reward, so settle up. Then you and me are gonna have a long talk.
Here, kind stranger.
That's right.
This is every bit I've scrimped and scraped for years to save. But it's more than worth it to have my Tuck Tuck home safe again.
Good luck. 1 o'clock. The alarms are going off. Okay. Whoa. I don't think I've ever been in here.
Hey, Velma, I got your caffeinoid pills.
You're a lifesaver. Hope Abigail didn't give you a hard time.
Just the usual. Any word on Braxton?
Nothing. Don't know how much longer I can cover for him either. Give me those pills, will you?
Here you go. You know, you might consider a real night's sleep instead.
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry. Well, if you're that friendly about it, then you definitely aren't one of Catherine's sublight toughs. My mistake. Hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing.
Dude, that sucks. Chief what?
Braxton. He's in charge of getting the fish fat, but also making sure they don't get too many tumors. He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours. Comes with living in a free colony, I guess. That he's got his load on and I'm stuck covering his shift? That's... wow. I sure feel like an ass now. Oh, sure. Because Monarch's just teeming with experts in the finer points of salt tuna health. Still, it's good to know what happened to him. And that I ought to start looking for a replacement. Something else on your mind? This again? I swear, this is the last time I contract for any special requests. You can tell Grimm his poster came in. You can also tell him I got a better offer for it. So now it's going to Nell. That about cover it? She runs the betting parlor across the way. Nice professional lady. She asked me about the poster once. Just once. Made a real generous offer, too. Damn right it is. It's staying locked up in my office until Nell shows with her money.
Gonna give Grimm's.
No. I paid sublight for it. So, it's mine. And when Nell pays me for it, it'll be hers. Grimm may have asked for the poster, but it's not his until I take his money. Sure can. If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering. Fair enough. The damn thing's been a headache anyway. Take the poster then. And if I never hear another word about it, it'll be too soon. Caleb Herrick runs the autoloader operators. He thinks I don't pay them enough for flipping switches and turning dials.
So the job's easy, but you're not doing it? Something smells here. I mean, everything smells in here, but something's fishy. Wait.
He and his whole crew walked out. Say they won't come back unless I pay them more. Because we've got a budget, all right? And in case you haven't noticed, MSI doesn't exactly have a lot of spare bits on hand. You mind slapping him around a little while you're at it? I'm joking. Mostly. Unless you can do it without hurting his job performance. If you can find a way to get him back to work, I'll make it worth your while. Check the yacht club. He's usually there.
Nice.
Unless you're here to tell me he's agreed to do his job again, I've got nothing to say. I don't have the bits for it, plain and simple. Besides, if I make an exception for him, I gotta do the same for everyone. Hard workers? They turn dials and flip switches. The machines do all the actual work.
I'll wager she don't pay those folks that maintain the mechanicals decent neither.
Caleb and his crew have it better than anyone else around here, I'll tell you that much. If Caleb wants to keep this job, he'd better get back to it. I'm about ready to hire sublight contractors at this rate.
Ouch. Your shortfalls.
For running me ragged while he takes an extended leave at the bar? Not on your life.
Okay.
Fine by me.
I don't want to persuade her into something without talking to Caleb first. Hello, gentlemen. Bye, gentlemen. Going to the bar. Going to the bar. Oh, this nice guy. Oh no, wait, that's Grim. Never mind.
Have you had time to check on that poster yet? I keep wondering if it's come in. Would you look at that? The Rizzo's logo is nice and bright, and you can still smell the ink on Mr. Holcomb's signature. I can't thank you enough. Still, you can have the bits I was going to spend at the bar this week. And you know what? Take my old tossball blocker too. Never get the chance to use it these days.
Thanks, Grim. Such a nice guy. The Yacht Club. Wait, why are we leaving? Oh, it's the radio frequency. Hold on. That's what I want. Like, we should be at the Yacht Club.
New face, huh? You from off-world? A ship captain? Well, I'll be. Here, let me buy you a drink. Consider it an MSI welcome. Why don't you grab a chair, sit a spell, and revel with us?
By the smell, he's been reveling enough for you both already.
What are we celebrating?
Me and my friends have taken our destiny into our own hands. We're untethered, free of responsibility and worldly cares. Well, as long as we don't run out of bits. But until the windfall's gone, we're riding high. See, we just walked out on our work. Had enough, we did. So now we're striking. It ain't any one thing but the sum of it all, having to work longer shifts for less bits. And the wages we do earn don't cover as much as they used to. Our supervisor Velma goes on and on about quarterly profits and meeting quotas. But that ain't what Sanjar promised us. Velma refuses to negotiate, so we're refusing to work. We won't go back until she agrees to pay us fair and proper. Us on Monarch, we're free from the board, you know? We have the right to lobby for better hours and pay. Sure thing. What did you want to discuss?
How long can you afford to miss work?
Not forever, but we've each saved up our bits, and I stashed them safe in my home by the diner. I reckon we could last a week or two at least.
On how to put pressure.
Nope. I'm calling her bluff. If she wants to threaten us, we'll see how she likes it when Sanjar finds out she gave Sublight even more dominion in Stellar Bay. If I knew that, I'd have tried it. Talking reasonably got me nowhere. Maybe you'll fare better. The others wanted to blackmail her, but we're above that. Besides, them are just rumors. We got no proof they're true. I would never endorse such an untoward tactic, you know, but, well, there's rumors that Velma's taking a cut off the profits. So far, it's just gossip, you know, but if there was any proof to be had, it'd be in the Saltuna warehouse, I reckon.
Okay. Okay. Velma has been skimming money at the warehouse accounts. If we find proof. Okay. Okay. So let's check the numbers. either true or a lie. I just do a complete circle. Betcha I did. What? That's just pointing straight upward. What the hell? No one goes there. Following this dot. Which, in order to follow that dot, we need to go this way. And then this way. So the question is, how do you get up there? Like that. Oh, that's the stash. Out. All right, so where's the warehouse? So I went here, through here, into here. That's the toilet.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but
We spat in your spirits, Velma.
you noticed my mood? I'm surprised you can see straight today.
I could be seeing triple and I'd still think you're being unkind. I just might find it funnier.
Will you try wrangling half a ton of dead fish with decades-old equipment and see what it does for your disposition? Anyway, what do you folks need? Unless you're here to tell me he's a... if... Fine by...
Okay. So there's no proof yet. This probably just leads outside. Ooh. And personal files. Mash random keys. Fish and tank 23A are looking a little lumpy. If you're not going to make it in, that's fine, but you have to let me know so I can stay on top of the dose. Mr. Naughty. We really need to talk about the Saltuna situation. I've had let 4 batches rot in the warehouse over the last 2 months because we're not finding buyers. I know the situation with the board puts us in a rough spot, but I need to start thinking about how we're going to keep Stellar Bay afloat if we can't get sales up. Seriously, where are you? You've missed 3 shifts. This is getting ridiculous even for you. And kind of hard to do a shift when you're dead. Oh, where is hacking? Pretty sure I have one for hacking. Is might be under stealth. Yes, yes it is. Stealth, science, persuade. Where's the helmet for stealth? Where did you go? Medical, engineering, sneak, sneak. Did you say snitches? Yes, SNWTCHES snitches. Aha. Rex and H files are filled with Saltuna breeding charts, vicious formula. Okay, nothing there. Personal files are whereas the supply contractors order form spreadsheet and financial records. Careful study of her financial reveals that for the past several years she has been slowly siphoning money from her operating budget into a personal account. The theft is clearly hidden. Individual stances could be viewed as rounding errors or mistaken by simply mathematics. The sheer volume of occurrences, however, indicates deliberate intent. All right, let's go have a chit chat here. Ouch.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in salt tuna guts.
Gosh, this old girl's in a rough way. Even old Bess in Edgewater was in better shape than this.
Hey, you want to try running a cannery with obsolete machinery? You be my guest.
Sorry, ma'am. I wasn't trying to be rude. It's just your flanging apparatus isn't making a strong flange, so your sealer isn't sealing right, and...
Oh, I see what you're saying. Huh. I'll have to try that. Anyway, what do you folks need? Unless you're here to tell me he's agreed to do... If...
Saving money for years. You can afford to pay more.
Yeah, and did you miss the part where I'm working doubles to cover for everyone who decides not to show? I'm the one who keeps this place running. That money's mine, one way or another.
What do you think Sergeant will say?
Fine. Tell Caleb he and his team can have their raise, but I need them back here immediately. Something else on your mind?
Nope. And now, because they just quit their job,
I hear those rich people in Bizet can pay a handsome bit for rat musk.
I want to get paid.
Stink less.
Supposedly, it makes you more attractive.
Teach them both a lesson. Oh shoot! Ouch.
Okay, keep it quiet. Great
Dang it. Teach them both a lesson. Apparently I never get my legs taught a lesson. Oh.
Why don't you grab a chair, sit a spell, and revel with us? Sure thing. What did you want to discuss?
As for the MSI, she agreed to register change for my son.
Well, I'll be a Raptidon's dinner. Reckon I ought to listen to gossip more often. Here, take this as compensation. It ain't a lot, but I hope it shows how much we appreciate all you've done.
Hey,
Now, me and my
realize your
friends
stash
here
is
better
gone.
get back to work before Velma blows a fuse.
All right. Funny. All right, now where does my quest want me to go? We'll go here. Clearing out our quest log. Oh yeah. I had not noticed these. Take that, and I'll take that. And that's the waterfall. Oh, that's how I missed it. They weren't actually under the waterfall. They're next to the waterfall.
We're pretty good at this.
Not too bad. Alright, where'd the other person go? Ooh. Thank you. Thank you. Glow blue for me, baby. Baby. There you go. Ooh, more stuff. Take all your stuff. I'll sue you. Take all your money and I'll sue you.
That's the last of them.
Burns of the bones show a tall tale sign of the Manosaur attack. Powerful jaws have crushed the skulls, while weathering on some of the fragments suggest passage through some beast digestive tracts. Amidst the dirt, he finds small lockboxes that matches the description given by Ash. And there you have it. All right, skills. Skills to pay the bills. All right. Ash's old mercenary unit. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Stand your ground, +3 armor. Reset ability cooldowns on kill. Um, I'm messing around. '20 radius footsteps. Transfer set. Nope. Give me armor rating. That bot something. Nope. Trying to go the whole game without botching a quest. Oh, it's under codex. Log. Okay. Oh, I was gonna go to my inventory. That's what I was doing. So we're going to repair all. And then we are going to, how many bits do I have? 34,000? All right, let's break this down. Break that down. Just until we get under our weight, and then we'll sell. Gloop gun. Good lord. Okay, do this. There we go.
Oh, Nyoka, how have you been? Nothing on this moon for nobody. There's a lot of heartbreak. You know, a tiny part, a damn stupid part of me hoped he was still out there. What happened?
Oh, this was a taken off world.
Damn. Well, you find our box of memories?
Yep. Thing is, I found a lot of
Well, ain't you clever? Fine. I was supposed to pick him up that night. Thing is, another offer came along. Bit more lucrative. And their payment almost died with them. Thanks to you, I can afford another round. Cheers, hero. Look.
asshole.
I like your gumption. I was gonna share the bits, but here's a couple extra. Now go on. Leave an old man to his past.
All right. Go. Back to Cellar Bay. There. Damn. Oh. That me. Oh wait. I have it. There we go. All right. It's the left field tossball batting. All right.
Ooh, you're the new face. Wow, you must be up on all the latest tossball games. So who do you follow? Wait, don't tell me. You look like a Hammersmith Thunder fan. No, Glacial Age Mammoths.
They're all pretty great.
Aren't they just? When I get to worrying about the marauders outside, the raptidons chewing at the walls, I just turn my transceiver up to drown it all out. Most of the time it's static on account of the frequency being clogged up, but sometimes it's tossball. So, what can I do for you?
Found this betting slip in Dead Man's apartment.
Poor Isaac. I was wondering why I hadn't seen him in a few days. I'd really like to help. Isaac was a sweet fellow, even if he did have terrible teeth. Right. So the thing with Isaac is he didn't know where to stop. He'd get stuck on something, and he just couldn't let it go. Sometimes he'd drink Purpleberry Punch by the liter. Other times he'd keep betting on a losing team. Started owing the wrong people money.
So, Leo?
I don't know for sure, but I saw Elijah and his buddies pushing Isaac around. They're hooligans from Fallbrook. They sweep into town, drop supplies off behind the warehouse, and spend the rest of their stay getting rowdy over tossball games. They usually loiter in the alley behind the yacht club. They're not allowed in the bar anymore. I bet you anything Isaac ran into trouble with one of them. Mr. Sanjar will be pleased to hear about it when you're done. I know he gets fed up with the Fallbrook bullies, but there's not much he can do.
I bet you there's something I can do about it. I have a
Poor Braxton.
weapon in mind.
I wonder sometimes what they're doing on other colonies.
Uh-huh.
Think they're watching the same serials, following the same tossball games? You're not listening to a word, are you?
Hey, what are you doing here? This is our secret alley. Berta already pissed by those crates to market. Listen, that purple-toothed twerp had it coming. Not that anyone has proof. And not that it's any of your business. Wait, you're the new sublight partner? Look, I don't want any trouble. You won't see us again, I promise.
A little less enthusiastic than I thought. All right.
If the iconoclasts reach that ship first, there won't be any chance for a peaceful monarch. I don't suppose you've found the targeting module yet. I've sent patrols, but they're running into trouble with the iconoclasts.
They're all mad. And what's more, they left us. I don't see any way for us to work together.
Not this again.
Remember what we practiced, sir?
Yes. The words in those reviews were very hurtful, but they do not define me. I am a mantipillar, and my will is my cocoon. I can emerge and become whatever I wish.
People who wrote your reviews are the same type of people you'll deal with on the board. Pull your head out of your ass. Don't screw you.
I hadn't thought of it that way. Perhaps you have a point. Supposing you're right, who exactly would you have me work with? The iconoclasts are not the most compromising sorts. How do these things ever start? Once upon a time, Graham and I saw the same problems with MSI. A rigid corporate structure with no regard for its people. But where I wanted to reform MSI, he only wanted to take it apart. As if starving in the wilderness is somehow better than starving under corporate mismanagement. He won't hear reason now, and I wouldn't trust him again. That's an interesting suggestion. I confess I don't know much about her except that she worked for Rizzo.
There ain't a body on this planet that can keep a group patched up like she has. I don't know how she does it.
I'd be willing to consider it, but I need to see her review first. Very well. I can't promise anything, but let's see what we have here. Well, it seems like she's actually very qualified.
If it weren't for her, I'd wager the iconoclast would have died off a while ago.
I wasn't expecting to say this, but if you can put her in charge and convince her to agree to a meeting, I'd be willing to discuss terms.
Very well. Sweet. Let's do it.
What what jobs the board assigned you when you came of age. And it was something real neat, like professional flexing.
Wilderness patrol. Plenty of folk traveling on foot out there.
Any luck bringing the iconoclast to the bargaining table? I don't like the idea that they'll be trying for that module while we delay. But that's terrible. What happened?
I'm glad to hear you've dealt with them. They've been causing quite a bit of trouble around town.
I've been consumed with other matters of late, but I would have dealt with them eventually.
Of course I would have. Still, your intervention in the matter is much appreciated.
Please consider this payment for your services. I don't suppose you've found the targeting module yet. I've sent patrols, but they're running into trouble with the iconoclasts. Well, because the module controls the weapons systems. Because once we mount them on Stellar Bay's walls, no Marauder or Raptidon will ever be a threat to us again. Stellar Bay will be as secure as any other settlement in Halcyon.
Hello there.
Diablos. Let's see how the UDL is going to let you keep.
The board's own salvage and recovery clause 32
Not much.
would say differently.
Not much at all.
And they won't dare challenge us over this. Not after the data you found on their experiments here. Don't worry. We'll send an engineering team for those later. We'll have to disconnect them from the rest of the ship.
Of course, they'll be useless without that targeting module, which is why it's critical that you retrieve it.
Which is also why we can't let the iconoclasts get them.
Just relaxing, playing some Outer Worlds before work.
Can you imagine what those maniacs would do with weapons like that? They'd wreak havoc.
Is it?
And roll back all the progress we've made at reconciling with the rest of Halcyon.
Shouldn't be. It's ranged at 50. Good point. I don't know that. And roll back all progress we've made and reconcile with the rest of us.
Oh, I've known their ilk long enough. Even if they merely sat on the scraps, the threat of a bunch of anarchists holding a gunship would bring the full wrath of the board down on Monarch. We can't afford that.
Busy.
I'm skeptical they'd care enough to wipe us out. But if they did, we wouldn't stand a chance.
Oh, you see how
Still working all the kinks out on the new store.
Look, Celia, he's being funny again.
I don't think so,
the
sir.
Beast and Silent Hill
Really?
stuff.
Well,
Nice.
could have sworn. Well, that's not important.
I'm a little upset
What
that they took
is
Silent Hill
important is that
off
there's a
of
considerable
Game
distance
Pass,
between us
though.
and that ship, and most of it is inhabited by Marauders and Raptidons. Do you just think of these things in the moment, or do you write them down and save them for later? They're very good. Oh, I can play along. What I've got here is a town full of yellow-bellied corporate cast-offs who wouldn't know a stun baton from a slide rule. How is that? Wow! Thanks, thank you. Good, because we haven't a moment to lose. That's surprising. The board's equipment is usually in top shape. After all, they have first access to any fresh parts or components. A conspiracy? You've spent too much time around Graham.
I don't know about that. Okay. I was actually kind of hoping to play it. Not that I'm happy that they've taken it out of town Silent Hill, but
Captain, we should chat. Graham's got the right idea, but he isn't the right guy to execute it. I don't even think he's motivated by philosophism anymore. I think he's just guilt-ridden. I can't believe I'm even saying this, but I keep going over and over it in my head, and the only way I see the Iconoclast surviving is we depose him.
oh, 62 when it comes out. I don't know if I'm going to get Borderlands 4. I have 1, 2, and 3, but I haven't really played them. I mean, I played 1, but I haven't played 2 and 3 yet, so not really a reason to get 4 yet. Of course, I'm sure my brother already has 4. Borderlands is one of his favorite.
Yeah. Hell, most of our people listen to me already.
I do too.
Sometimes you gotta do what's best for someone, even if they think you're wrong. Even if it's painful. When we're in Stellar Bay, they'll come around. Take Stellar Bay. Lick our wounds. Eventually, figure out how the hell we're going to spread the word to the rest of the colony. I'm going to confront him. Can I count on your support? Okay. Deep breaths. This is what's best, Sora. Time to save Monarch. Save Monarch. Save the colony. Save Monarch. Save the colony.
Captain, you must be back with the access codes to our new ship.
Graham, we need to talk.
We have work to do. This isn't the time for one of our spats.
What? Zora?
You're running the Iconoclast into the ground, and I don't believe it'll get better after we take Stellar Bay. The troops take orders from me already, and you've brought me as far as you can down the Eternal Path. It's time to step down.
The troops. Listen to you. This isn't an army. They aren't soldiers. They're believers. Followers. They pick up a gun because you tell them to, not because they want to. And you, Captain, after all you've done for me, for us, you throw behind this mutinous blasphemer?
You're about to take over a planet. You can't handle that responsibility.
I can and shall. All I've done for my people. And look at where that path has led me. I built this movement from the ground up. I've brought freedom to Monarch, and all these years later, we're still free.
I joined because I believed that you were in it for the Iconoclasts. That you wanted nothing more than to bring freedom to Halcyon. That you were selfless. I know the truth now, Graham. I know what happened in Amber Heights. You didn't start this movement because you wanted to save us. You wanted to save yourself.
No.
On your hands, Graham. You don't see seek enlightenment. You just feel
Guilty? I didn't mean for them to die. I'm not a monster. Of course I feel fucking guilty. I've spent years atoning for my sins. I've studied, meditated, taught. I built the iconoclasts so that any man could cast away his past for a fresh start.
That's your answer, Graham? You needed a fresh start? After all those innocent lives? I'm sorry. I believed in you once. I did. But it's over. Stand down.
I won't. What happened back then was a mistake, and the colony has moved on. This is my movement. These are my people. If you want to lead them, you'll have to kill me.
Please. Don't make me do this, Graham.
If this is where my path ends, I accept it. But as long as I draw breath, I will not abandon them.
So be it.
No. No, that's not what I wanted. Oh, that's not what I wanted. It's not botched though. Alright, what do we got
Well,
now?
Captain, here we are. Killed a lot of people in the name of the iconoclasts, and it never feels right. But this time, it's especially wrong. You've got the... Void held me. I'll never remember what that thing is called. The device from the ship. Do you have it? I've thought about it, but I think we're too far gone. Pulling Carlotta's support was crossing a line. You know, Captain, I never thought about that. Maybe he could be taught the eternal truth. Spread the message from within the corporations. All right. If he's willing to talk, I'll give him a chance. Well then. I've got to prepare a few just-in-case measures. But when you're ready, let's meet at the old OSI church outside Stellar Bay.